Hi everyone, welcome to Straight from the Divine Tarot. We're Thursday, October 9th, 2025, and we're doing another general collective reading. Thank you for joining me. I'm truly grateful to each and every one of you. I love you guys. Hopefully you're having a beautiful day. It's a gorgeous day. The sky was so blue today. It's unbelievable. You know, sometimes we don't even take the time to notice. It's good to just look up sometimes and just watch the clouds go by, you know? Slow down for a little bit. It helps. This is a crazy world where we're always in a rush to do things. So it's nice to just sit back and take some time to yourself. Look at the sky, ground yourself, go out into nature, walk through the grass if you can. Watch the animals, you know, squirrels and birds. Slow down for a little bit. It's helpful. Time goes by too quickly nowadays as well. We find ourselves not living. We're just surviving. You know what I mean? Take some time out for yourself. That's the message right here. I love you guys. Thanks for joining me. Let's see where we're going to go with this read, shall we? Spirit guides, guardian angels, ancestors, the highest white light. What's the message for the collective at this hour? What would you like to discuss with them, please? What is the message at this hour, please? Okay. Power. 8. Strength. It's good. Resilience, right? Integrity, loyalty, honesty, overcoming. On the other hand, on the other side of the coin, this could be somebody that's in their ego, wanting power and domination, lustful, prideful. And we'll see which way it goes. That's the overarching energy. Bottom of the deck, shadow. Somebody's in their shadow. They're very prideful. 818. If this resonates, or strong, it could be strong intuition. You have a lot of intuition, maybe. You're very balanced. Strong. Strength comes from, we'll see which way it goes. We all need our shadow side, right? We all need our ego for reasons, protection. But too much of an ego is not good. Yeah, something to do with foundation and achievements in the reverse. Someone's in their ego for sure, wanting power and domination. It's a bully, a tyrant you're dealing with. Somebody's trapped in fear. Maybe they're acting this way because they are afraid. They're afraid that they're not enough. They're afraid that they're afraid to be weak. They're afraid that people are turning on them. Yeah, somebody's on their own here. There's a parting of ways. Don't see eye to eye. Spiritual union. There's no harmony where they are. They're on their own. Lack of trust. Yeah, no fulfillment of wishes. Somebody's afraid. I think they blew it. Whoever this is was in their ego too much and they blew it. Whatever they were trying to do, it's failing. They could be losing their home, their relationship, their family. They're trapped in fear. They might be going to jail for all we know. There's lack of trust. There's no harmony where they are. No fulfillment of wishes, or they didn't want you to have fulfillment of wishes. This is ruin. They try to ruin you, or they're trying to avoid a tower moment. Yeah, they have no connection with source. That's why. No higher wisdom. They're not tapping into their wisdom. They're trying to block your connection with source, and that's what probably did it. Yeah, no hope, no faith in their south node. No faith, no protection. It's backfire. They can't move on. This was a one-sided deal. Breaking contracts in the ether or in the 3D or both. This is very karmic. No triumph here. Can't overcome. Not going anywhere. Don't want to take accountability. Somebody lost patience. They're unstable. They're sick. There's no peace, harmony, or contentment here. There will be no reconciling, no conflict resolution. Somebody did something. They went to extremes, inappropriate behavior. They could be losing their home, or they're trying to make you look unstable. If it has anything to do with the other reads I did earlier, somebody was trying to set you up, make you lose whatever was meant for you. And it kind of looks like it's blowing up in their face. Whatever they did, they shouldn't have done it. They committed themselves to doing something against you, towards you. At the end of the day, it's going to cost them. They were in their ego, wanting power and control, right? Prominence, I heard. Wow. So we have power, number 8. Where are we going with this for the collective, please, Spirit? Libra. This was unbalanced for sure, unfair. You could be a Libra, they could be a Libra, or we're in Libra season right now. This is justice, this is balance. Something's being equaled out, right? Unexpected help is arriving. Congratulations. Somebody's afraid here. Something to do with last spring, or this is going to spring. This could be a springboard for you, or next spring. Take it for whatever that is. Something to do with the spring equinox and the fall equinox. A phone call that changes everything. They will not change ever. So maybe you haven't really spoken or spoken to somebody since the springtime. Or the last time you had an episode with this person was last spring. This person's not going to change ever. They're still a jackass, whoever this is. A drama king or queen. And they brought themselves some problems here. They wanted to use you as a springboard to further their aims or their goals. I don't know. This is power, Libra. Oh, okay. Shadow. They're in their shadow. This is just confirming everything. The other side coexists and reverse side. Everything's backwards in this person's life. Everything that's good is wrong, and everything that's wrong is good. You know what I'm saying? It's ass backwards. Something to do with an affair, mistress, or side dude, third party involved. So maybe a third party or a side dude is going to help you come to your rescue. Somebody has addictions, or they claimed you did have addictions. Somebody's got toxic attachments. They need help or something. They wanted your crown. There we go. They're playing around with your crown chakra. Owner, master, top level. Somebody wants to be only with people who can advance them in life. Only the best of the best. They're always looking over their shoulder, expecting somebody better to come along, whether it's friend, love, and or family. They want to reconcile now. Repair whatever they broke, cure, although they won't admit to it. That's what I'm picking up. Understanding and concession. So somebody's conceding. They see that you won your crown fair and square, and now they think they can come back towards you, be a friend, lover, family member after what they did to you. I don't know about that. They said you had addictions. They tried to bury you. They tried to slander your name all over the place. If it's anything to do with the last couple of reads, somebody wanted to be you. Made up some really bad lies that they can't keep up here. It's not making sense. The math isn't mathing, you know what I'm saying? Somebody was very indulgent. Power 8, Libra. Shadow. Where are we going with this, please, Spirit? Shame on them, I just heard. Yep, blame is on. They blamed you for everything that went wrong in their life. They could have sicked people on you, started a crusade, a hate train. They're very bitter. You're divinely protected by the angels. Could be from the angelic realm. They want retaliation and revenge now. Angels are having... Now, this could be a bike club as well. They set you up, or they try to set you up, and now somebody's in trouble. Retaliation and revenge. The angels could be wanting to retaliate and have revenge for you. Or this could be a bike club. Somebody's facing homelessness. Somebody said and did obscene things. Someone's on the down low, or they claimed you were to stop you from getting into a new relationship with somebody. Someone's very superficial. You're always 10 steps ahead. Because you know they were trying to manipulate you. That's all they do is manipulate people. They manipulated a cult or a coven. There we go. So that's why the angels want revenge. Temptation is inheritance, spiritual or 3D or both. A lot of coercions involved. Competition, victory and success. You're a chosen one. Congratulations. Congratulations, chosen one. You've been chosen for something. You answered the call, and therefore you are being protected. If you didn't answer the call, it'd be a different story. I don't know. You know what I mean? But because not everybody is chosen, let's put it that way. Not everybody answers the call to begin with. And that's your right. God calls, and if you don't want to answer, you don't answer. It is what it is. So power, 8, Libra, Shadow and blame. They're going to blame you for being in their shadow. Oh, dear. King of Pentacles is all greed. Manipulation, coercion. There you go. They got a lot of burdens on their back. They didn't want to let go. It didn't serve. They didn't foresee this. Their plans are falling apart. And they don't know how they're going to get out of this. Why is the power here? 8, Libra, shadow, and blame. Blame, blame, blame. Someone likes to blame everybody. They're in their greed, in their shadow, they're in their lust. They want power and control. They bellow. Worthless, I just heard. Wow, holding back, trying to impersonate you, forgery. They're very competitive, okay? Whoever this is aggressive as well. Be careful. There's proof and evidence. There's something to do with an investment. They underestimated you. They have to bring proof or evidence. They don't have it. They're trying to set you up. They don't have the proof or evidence. Thank you. Bonehead move. All one-sided, false contract. They're reaping the rewards to their stupidity. They have to face the consequences. They have no peace or harmony here. It was all one-sided. This is somebody that's easily tempted. Or they're trying to poison the minds of others against you. It is what it is. Overarching energy. Yep. It's a narcissist, sociopath, psychopath, pathological liar, user, abuser, cold, calculating, and cruel, male or female. Place it where it belongs. They wanted your crown. They played with your crown chakra. They lost their crown. This is a liar. They had no authority speaking for you or taking action on your behalf. They lost authority. This is somebody that thought they were very smart, smarter than the average bear. They're not smart at all. This is somebody that's very abusive, dangerous even. Their lies are dangerous. Damn, somebody's going to lose their head. Or they did lose their head. Whatever this is. Yep, lots of lies, illusions, deception. They're in fear right now. Somebody's on their own. They're fearful here. They're afraid. Why? Well, they lied. Number one, there's communication, secret communication. Somebody's assessed a situation. Something's happening quickly. This is good news for you. Somebody's going to have to walk away. Walk away. They got turned away. That's what I'm picking up. This was harvest time and they got turned away. They don't look too happy. Something to do with secret communication. They're afraid of communicating with you. With this group, 7 of Wands. They've been blocked. Blocking communication. 7 of Wands. You stood your ground. You're divinely protected. They're being blocked. It looks like there's a major fight going on. This could have been you. They sicked a whole bunch of people after you, or this is them. They got found out and people are coming after them. Yeah, this is gold. This is fated. These are gold diggers and cloud chasers you're dealing with. This is change, divine timing. You're going into a new destined cycle here. You're very fortunate. Somebody wanted to hit you out on your wheel of fortune, maybe? They go where all the money is, where the cloud is. This is somebody that hitches rides on people's wheel of fortune, and they're not ashamed as long as they keep it hidden. You know what I'm saying? They're everything to everybody. They've experienced everything. They one up you every time you open your mouth. They have to one up you. Yeah, and I'm not liking this energy. Yeah, this is somebody that male or female, place the genders where it belongs. This is a lying sack of you know what. They use their emotions to get their way. They make you feel guilty. They emotionally manipulate you and blackmail you with emotions. They're superficial, shallow, and selfish. They don't care who they hurt. They're needy. They're greedy. They'll cry on your shoulder to get what they want, or they'll get mad. You know, their emotions switch from one to the other. They're unbalanced, and they don't care who they hurt. Yeah, 5 of Wands in reverse here. There's a lot of game playing, a lot of gaslighting, power plays. They're fighting, finger pointing, blaming one another. So there's a group of people that were working together and they're fighting it. They're at each other's throats. I think what this group did, this person, male or female, sicked a group upon you to come after you. Now they've realized the truth. See, they're not fighting. They're not competing. There's no drama here. They each took turns to talk. It could be different factions. It could be different people. It could be a group. It could be anybody, family. And they're all talking amongst each other. And they're listening to one another going, yeah, I noticed that too. Yeah, they told me the same story. Or no, they told me something different. So, yep. They don't want the smoke here that they've incurred. They don't want the challenge. They don't want this conflict. Yeah, somebody stole money. They're in debt. Missed opportunities. This is not their blessing. So somebody was expecting to get money. Instead, they got a dung beetle. What's a dung beetle? Where they live? They live in shit. So they're getting a handful of shit here. Damn. Still stealing money. The truth's coming out. Secrets are coming out. Somebody talked mad shit about you or about others. Somebody's doing magic here, stealing money through magic. Somebody was poor counsel. The secrets are not coming out. Or they said that you were sleeping around. Yeah, somebody kept doing something over and over again. They didn't want to stop or learn a lesson. This is getting old, whatever this is. They're resisting change. They don't want to change. They promised change and there is no change. Somebody's losing more money. So they could have said to a group or a family, listen, do what I'm counseling you to do. This could be a dark high priest or priestess. They're only in it for, it's just bullshit. It's there to steal money, steal spiritual gifts off of people. It's getting old, it's getting tiring. This is a permanent, profound ending. The secrets are coming out. This is a warlock or a poser, a player, or a couple of them. They have no authority. In this deck, he's not holding on to the wand, meaning he has no authority, he or she. Okay? It's a poser, a player. They didn't take the noble approach. They have no morals, ethics, or honor. They don't do the right thing. They don't protect or defend anyone but themselves. This is a coward, a cheat. Somebody in their ego, they're very aggressive too, arrogant. They could be aggressive, be careful. They bit off more than they can chew. They have no authority. Wow, this is ruin. They try to ruin you. You avoided everything they tried to do to you. That crown chakra, I think they blew their own crown chakra. If they were trying to F with yours, they're angry. They bit off more than they can chew. They have no authority playing with you or anybody else. I just heard, whatever this is, they're trying to avoid a tower moment. They gave out false and misleading information about you. Now they're trying to avoid a tower moment. Somebody doesn't want to heal. This is somebody that is refusing to heal their inner childhood wounds. They caused a lot of trauma, not just to you, but others. Maybe children are motherless and fatherless now, or there's people without children. Some people might have lost their children in a car accident. They got, I don't know. They don't want to take accountability for what they did or said. Out of control. They're not under the canopy of the universe. This is not a victory. This is not going to happen. Whatever this is, they got the car taken away or they got into a car accident. They want you to come back into another toxic cycle with them, and it's not going to go. Seeing through the illusions, right? All that glitters isn't gold, running out of options. They didn't want to give you any options. They can't cover this up any longer. There's no more confusion. Somebody was squeezing another. Could be blackmail, okay? It's over now, whatever this is. Somebody got tempted, bribed, or blackmailed. Cover something up at one point. They were promised all kinds of things. Somebody was squeezing another person, meaning blackmail. Do as I say, right? Some form of coercion. Place it where it belongs. Only take what applies. Okay. So they're being investigated, that they're under surveillance, or they placed you under some sort of surveillance. Something to do with online harassment, stalking, keeping an eye on you. This is somebody's learning something. Delayed communication from afar. The truth is out. It could be 3 people coming towards, walking into something, and or this could be 3 authority figures. I don't know, 3 wise men or 3 unwise men. Let's put it that way. I don't know. Yeah, somebody's feeling sorry for themselves. They took the Holy Grail, the golden chalice, took that love and poured it out. They wanted the fast people, the fast life, right? Quantity over quality. So they made their choice. They're still grieving and regretting, though. It's still not good enough. It's still not good enough. It's divorce or separation, or they broke the law. This is a warlock. Corruption. Somebody threw the love out. Could be a family, could be love, could be friend. They gave out false information here, bad counsel. They threw everything away for false people because they wanted to be false. They wanted to be something that they're not. They're trying to keep up a lie. Yeah, this is a scandal. They're scared. They broke the law. This is a crime. They are scared. Could be the underworld. This could be something on the dark web as well. Yeah, they can't restrict you. They want to be let go. They want to be free from something. They want you to come and help them get out of something. They try to attach something to you. Try to bind you through magic, illusions, deception, manipulation here. They don't have all the resources they need. There we go. They were getting their resources from other places. They didn't have, even if they were doing magic, they didn't have everything they needed to do the magic. Okay? The swords, the cups, the pentacles, and the wands. And spirit here. They don't have it. They were getting whatever they were getting from other people. And a mismatch, if that makes sense. I don't know. That's what I was just hearing anyway. I don't know much about that stuff. I don't want to know much about that stuff. It is what it is. So they don't have all the resources they need to pull this off, to attach something to you. They bore false witness against you. This could be divination abuse as well, or a loss of child or children. This is very immature. Bad financial news. They took a huge gamble and lost. They're in debt. They're lazy, don't want to put the work in, and disrespectful. They don't want to learn their lessons. They don't want to learn their lessons. This is embarrassing and disgraceful. If they don't pay up, someone's going to be embarrassed or disgraced. I don't know. They try to get in the way of a payment. They want you to leave it alone. They can't move on. They can't pay for something. They can't move on. They're in hot water. They're in trouble. Trouble with the devil. They can't get out of this. Devil energy, toxic. They have addictions, obsessions, codependency issues. This could be a contract and or taxes. Yeah, somebody's on their own. Devil energy. They try to bind you, try to attach something to you, or they do have something attached to them, and they can't get rid of it. They can't outrun it. They can't do anything. It's embarrassing and disgraceful. Yeah, they're paranoid here. You know exactly who was behind what they were doing. This is a lot of emotional wounding. And this person's still acting like they weren't behind whatever it is that they did to you. And they were. See the blood's on their sleeves. You damn well know it was them. You put up boundaries. You overcame. You put up boundaries. You know exactly who's behind this. Who's the devil in disguise here. And they're paranoid right now. They're really defensive towards you because they know they were jealous of you. They lied about you. They were vindictive, vile, bitter, and scornful. They lied. There's been no truth or clarity. They're angry right now because you're not speaking to them. They're gonna, if they do wind up speaking to you, they're going to tell you got only half the truth. And they're going to give you more lies on top of the lies, right? Because they're holding back. They were greedy and selfish. They wanted power and control over you. They don't want to let go. They're holding on for dear life. They're lying to other people in the group saying that they're protected. Nah, they overestimated themselves. This is a bad investment. They invested where they shouldn't have. Okay, you get what you give with this. It's the end of the road. They spent a lot of money, other people's money maybe. They're trying to protect themselves here. You get what you give is Seven of Pentacles in reverse. This is a bad investment. They spent a lot of money. They're going to maybe have to relocate. There's no communication. You're stable and secure. They're angry. Yeah, they stole a home, sold a home. They're trying to make you just, I don't know, make you appear unstable, trying to make you homeless. They stole a home. This could be mortgage fraud. This could be somebody that's non-committal. The party is over. There's no redemption here. They want to make you lose your business, your stability. You're innocent. They may want to apologize. So I'm also picking up, this is somebody that really went wild trying to hurt you, take from you. And they're angry now. They're bitter because they no longer have connection with you. They can't speak to you any longer. They had blinders on. They didn't anticipate this, that you'd be the one that would be stable and secure out of whatever this is. And they never invested in you, okay? And now they're facing homelessness, and they're angry that they can't get to you to ask you for some help, to help them stabilize whatever they're facing right now. Either a loss of business, home, or family, or marriage. I don't know what this is. Yeah. They were bragging and showing off, though. This was a pick me. Somebody wanted to be better than you. They didn't want to put the work in. They just wanted to be seen as better than you. They wanted to be crowned as something. Whatever this is. They were showing off. This is, yeah, working out in the public eye. This is victory, success. You mastered your emotions. You mastered whatever it is that you do for a living. You're very disciplined, or they're going to be disciplined here. And you did it on your own. You don't trust anybody. You don't work with others. You're not going to work with them. They want to work with you now so they can get a part of whatever it is that you do. Like I said, they don't want to put the work in. They want to be crowned. So they want to make it look like they did the work. They want to get all the accolades while you do all the work. Yeah, wish fulfillment. That's their wish fulfillment. They're greedy. They're gluttonous. They want it all for themselves while you struggle, right? While they sacrifice you to get what they want. They kept causing delays in your world, or trying to. They're feeling stuck and trapped right now. They want you to come to their aid. Give them a little bit of water, please. Yeah, lying, cheating, and or stealing. They're still trying to strategize a way to escape a situation, but they walked right into a trap here. Whatever they got was temporary with the tense in the background. Because tense, that's what it means, temporary. So whatever they were able to get out of the situation, it was only temporary gains. You're going to have to pay it back. It could be a bike club. It could be any kind of club. It could be any kind of group, family, whatever. They were using other people's money, clout, equipment, whatever this was, to try to, I don't know. They had an inn somewhere. It could be a coven, cult, secret society. It was all lies, based off of lies. And now it's caught up with them. Take that smarmy look off their face. Wow, this is heartless and cruel. They showed no compassion. Somebody's not happy here. No new beginnings. They were just draining the coffers. There's no peace or harmony. No new beginnings. There's no self-love here. Somebody didn't want love. They wanted smacks. Somebody's taking action here. New beginnings. New passion, opportunities, growth and expansion. Somebody's not loving us. Yeah, poor judgment. So they went where there was just smacks and no love, no respect. Poor judgment now. It's coming back to bite them in the butt. Somebody's taking action. They judged you wrongly. They don't want to take accountability. Well, there's no more second chances here. I don't think there ever was a second chance. This is karma. They judged you wrong. You're taking action. You're stable and secure. Somebody's taking a lot of selfies of themselves. They could have thought that you were very vain. Maybe because you're good looking, male or female. But this is a person that loves to take selfies of themselves, or love to look at themselves in the mirror. And you're nothing like that. I bet you Facebook or whatever, IG, Instagram, there's not a lot of photos of you, selfies. I mean, if there is, it's because you're in a gathering, in a group or whatever, family setting. Other people taking photos of you. This person's really up their own ass. Yeah, and they think people are, yeah, you've blocked them, you blocked them. They wanted to appear as you, as the Queen of Pentacles. This is something to do with the last reads. Like stable and secure. They wanted to appear as a wife, introducing themselves as somebody's wife. I don't know, hiding and cloaking something. They don't want to be investigated. They don't want to be alone. Ending a cycle to begin a new one. You're protected here. This is victory. Hiding and cloaking the fact that they have to move. They're scared. They have no integrity, loyalty, or honesty. They have no strength here. They're feeling disempowered. You ended a cycle to begin a new one. You're very protected within this laurel wreath, steel top and bottom, and watched over by the angels, by your ancestors, and by the divine. They're going to claim they didn't know. You might be coming, you could have been in isolation. You might be starting to socialize more. You could be online as well. They're trying to hide you online. That's what it is. They were trying to hide you online. And now they're afraid. I don't know why they're trying to hide you online, and they're trying to pretend they're you. So these cults, covens, secret societies, or this group doesn't find you or them. Yeah, they're innocent. They're afraid to apologize. They're afraid that people are going to see you're innocent here. That they were spreading egregious gossip. They're losing their cult covens, secret societies, or friend groups here. There's not going to be a reconciliation. Yep, this is unstable here. Fraud or theft, or they're in heavy-duty debt. Truth and clarity. They're being exposed, or they have been exposed. This is a backfire. Damn. They don't know what to do. They have to cut their losses. They're blocked from coming back towards you. Somebody's angry. Somebody's a hoe bag. Somebody's angry. They were jealous. They were a bully. They were doing magic. They were attacking you. Somebody's angry, for sure. And you blocked whatever attacks they tried. Failing. This is ending a third-party situation, a collaboration, or a false contract. Or there's somebody else in this equation that's standing up for you. This could be a drive-by. They could have been involved in a drive-by, either with a car, they hit somebody, or they got hit, or this could be an actual drive-by. They don't see this coming because they are in debt. They fucked up. They owe money. Yeah, they owe money. This is lack and loss going towards poverty. They betrayed the very people they worked with. They're going to be carried out on a stretcher. Damn, this was a scam artist doing spell work on everybody. A love bomber. Yep, they didn't care. They were malicious, ruthless, and careless. Cruel. Emotionally manipulative. They were self-serving and self-absorbed. Now they're drinking a lot or doing other things. They're in their feelings here. Male or female, place the genders where it belongs. Yeah. They're putting out feelers right now. They were plotting and planning. This is, you foresaw this. This is a false contract. They're on their own here. This is consequences. They are worried. They can't eat or sleep. This is justice. Wow. Congratulations. Meaning that this is karma. This is a reckoning. This is a balancing of the scales. They may want forgiveness from you. They're having nightmares. They know it was all one-sided. Now that people know. I don't know. Whatever they brought into their world, it's their problem. It's not yours. Yeah, they want forgiveness. They were talking mad shit. They're unstable and yeah, they're in debt here, big time. No peace or harmony. They got a lot of burdens on their back. They have addictions, obsessions. They could be jonesing if they have addictions. They're being cut off where they are, whoever they were dealing with. Yeah, there's a lot of money, a lot of family. Money, 10-10. There's two endings here, two completions. It's going to cost them big time. It's the end of long-term stability, long-term everything. This is spiritual inheritance or 3D or something. Family, mother. This is a pregnancy and or it's a divine feminine energy, male or female. They scapegoated you. They're not happy. You are the empress. They're trying to tell everybody they're the empress. Whatever this is. They made money off of you. The King of Pentacles was beneath that. They scapegoated you. They're not happy. They were making money off your energy or off of you somehow. Did I stutter? Yep. They were reckless, careless, and foolish. They took unnecessary risks. They thought everybody else was naive and gullible. Now there's a parting of ways. They're grieving and regretting. They're crying over spilt milk. They let other people drown. Blood was, spilt and tears were spilt. They got to balance this out. Somebody's making a head over heart decision, weighing options. They were playing games here. 2-2. This could be something to do with a partnership. They wanted a life of luxury off your back. They really wanted to make you look unstable, stick you with the bill, I just heard. Wow. Good for them. The gloves are off here. Okay? Things were going slowly before. Now, no more. The gloves are off. The glove is there on the ground. This is somebody that was can't be alone. They're greedy and selfish. They're codependent and clingy, and they're very insecure. This was a financial crime. They were holding back, impersonating you. They're very abusive. Be careful. They're very aggressive, potentially combative in your face. They think their shit doesn't stink. They feel entitled here. This could be forgery as well, trying to impersonate you. This is not wish fulfillment. They're losing hope here, okay? Losing hope that they're going to be this emperor, this Mr. in the boss or Miss in the boss. You have authority, they don't. Or somebody stepping in with authority. Yeah, they try to intercept your money or your mail. They don't want to pay you. This is somebody that can't be trusted here, okay? This is not their rite of passage. They cannot slow you down any longer. They can't pay this person back, or he can't pay you back. This could be somebody that claims they're bigger than life. They're more important than the average bear. You know what I'm saying? They're getting cut up short here. They can't hold you back any longer. They can't come towards you. They have nothing to offer. Nothing of value to offer. They can't come correct. This is somebody you can't trust. They're immature, insincere, can't rely on and depend upon them. They try to intercept your money or your mail or your work, claiming it's theirs. No. They owe you a lot of money, or they owe these people a lot of money for whatever it is, whether it's spell work, whether it's intel, whether it's pulling strings in a court of law. It could be anything, right? It's hard to tell right now. Everybody's story is different. But yeah, they wanted power and control. They were in their shadow. They thought they'd overtake you. You're too strong for them. You have strong intuition, by the way. Libra, they could be a Libra, you could be a Libra, or something's happening now in this season. Balance and justice, right? Unexpected help is arriving. Congratulations. So this divine masculine might be stepping in. It doesn't have to be a divine masculine. It could be somebody with power and authority that's stepping in, male or female. Yeah, somebody's in the shadow. The other side, coexist, reverse side, something to do with an affair, mistress, side dude, third party. Obviously, a third party intercepted or thought they had sway to talk for you, to change the direction of your life or your fate or your destiny. Who are they? Somebody's feeling very bitter here. They're blaming the world and then some. They won't blame themselves though, right? BB. I don't know. Some of these people, it's everybody else's fault. Never theirs. It is what it is. Where are we going with this, please? Somebody's really sick and or unstable, or they got injured. If you owe any kind of clubs or secret societies, cults, covens, practitioners, they find out you lied, you compromise these people legally, spiritually. Wow, I wouldn't want to be them. I'd be scared. Yeah, breathe. 29, you're getting justice. Congratulations. Oh, they might feel like they can't breathe right now. They were trying to affect your breathing, your lungs. No place like home in reverse. This is a warlock. This is crime. This is corruption. Giving out false counsel. Bad contracts here. Institution might be going down. Somebody has no faith. It is what it is. Serendipity 18. They're being found out. This is the moon in reverse. They can't hide this any longer. And they must be fair. Somebody was doppelganging you, wanting your crown. But you're too wise for them. They maybe wanted to unalive you, but this is justice. Their hearts are being weighed. You have found peace. This is a divine stepping in. This is an institution. This is a contract. You made the right choices here. You could be spiritually high-ranking, and they're not happy. They're never going to know happiness ever again. It is what it is. Now they're craving for peace after they brought all of this chaos into their world, other people's worlds, and try to bring it into yours. Now they want peace. They want some breathing room. Now let me breathe. Let me rest. Isn't that something? Be careful what you wish for. What you want for other people, it'll come back on you eventually. So breathe. Essential meanings, patience, waiting, going slowly, wellness, meditation, and trust. The Oracle's message, patience in all things is called for right now. What do you need to do when you're in a rush? Slow down, of course. Meditate and trust. Breathe and repeat. Humans cannot exist without drawing breath. Now's the time to allow the life-giving element of air to replenish your body, your being, your very essence. And Libra is an air sign too, so we're in Libra season. Stop to smell the roses, breathe in the sunlight, and release the darkness, and miracles will appear. And 50. 49. Almost there. No place like home in reverse, so it's a protection message. There are times when what is familiar and known is not the best choice. Human beings are memory-driven creatures, and we all look for certainty for what we know, even if the qualities we seek in other people and in external conditions are expressed in unhealthy ways. So a lot of people are comfortable with what they know, even though it's not the best, right? Avoid being too eager to find home. Choose something unfamiliar and trust that there you will find a new normal that supports your spirit. Remember, if you do what you did, you'll get what you got. Do the opposite of what feels right, quote unquote, even if it's uncomfortable, because what feels right, quote unquote, is really what feels familiar, quote unquote. And you will attract and be drawn to the very things you don't want anymore. This time will not be any different unless you do something different. So, repeating the same things over and over again, expecting to get a different outcome, well, that's not going to work, right? It's time to do something different now for you or for whomever you're dealing with. So protection in reverse for the serendipity. Perhaps you felt almost certain that serendipitous events were meant to lead to something better. It was supposed to be the perfect business, or that person you gave your heart to was supposed to be the one, quote unquote. Yet it all fell apart. Consider this. Sometimes synchronicity and serendipity come together to lead you directly into difficulties in order to deliver an important lesson you need to learn before you hit the jackpot, or somebody else needs to learn, okay? Don't get caught up in the drama of disappointment. There really is a silver lining in this cloud. Spirit always knows what you need and is guiding you to where you are meant to go. Pay attention to the signs presented to you. Now, we're all on our own timeline, okay? Some people get it right away without having to go through so much. And other people, well, if you're like me, you got to learn your lessons over and over and over again before it sticks. I'm not ashamed to say, I am ashamed, but I'm not ashamed to say that's who I was. Maybe certain things in my life could have worked out a lot better for myself had I have learned a little earlier, but we're always at the right place at the right time in our lives, right? We can't bemoan, oh, I wasted this amount of time. Yeah, we could do it, but what's it going to give us? Nothing, right? That's not where we want to be anyway, so let's not go there. Okay? Let us not regret, bemoan. During our journeys, there are some good things that have happened, and we should be grateful for that, right? And also learning the lessons, finally. Okay, how are we ending this? Thank you. So stepping into a new experience. There you go. So you've finally learned. If you're anything like me, it's finally. If not, then congratulations. You've elevated. You're going into a new experience. Your birthday could be in May. Somebody else's birthday could be in May, or something happened in May, or your name is May. Heart. Love, deep affection, and caring. Congratulations. Wishbone. A wish is granted. Congratulations. Bird flying. News is on its way. From a fair man, or you are a fair man. Dealings or relationship with a man with blonde, gray, or white hair. Somebody's again reaching out to you. And this is Tulip. Great passion. Wow. There you go. So hidden secrets can harm you. So whomever you were that was coming after you, their secrets are going to harm them. Skulls mean death. They could have wanted this for you, or they caused someone to unalive. It's over. Whatever this is, it's over. Okay? There's going to be announcements here, Belle. There's going to be an announcement. Someone's going to lose their job, getting the axe. Forces working against you here. Somebody could work for a phone company. Here in Canada, it's called Bell Canada. But Ma Bell, is that what they call it in the States? I don't know. Bridge, successfully overcoming a problem. So you've overcome, you've ascended. See that ladder? Somebody was hoping that they can climb your ladder. You do the work and let me ascend. You know what I'm saying? Flowers, you're gonna find great happiness, or you are experiencing a lot of happiness right now. I love this for you. Not always will it be bad. It sounds like you've gone through a lot. You were very patient and forgiving, and you didn't give up hope. That's what I'm picking up, that you always knew that you would find your happy somehow, some way. One way or another, and you trusted God to bring it to you instead of saying, oh, God doesn't exist. You know what I mean? I'll have to go out and find it myself, manipulate other people, lie. A lot of people can't be on their own, so they lie to other people. saying they love them and they don't. They're only there for a short time until they can find somebody better. You know what I'm saying, right? Playing a lot of games, not only with other people, but with themselves. That's what I'm picking up. These are the people that are not going to be happy. At the end of the day, they can't be happy. They can't love themselves. They have no self-respect. And that's why we're down here, to learn all these different things about ourselves. Sometimes it's not very pleasant when we learn the bad things about ourselves, right? We get a good bird's eye view of ourselves in the mirror. And I was like, ew, I don't like that part about myself. But learn to embrace that part of yourself, because you hopefully will change. There's always room for improvement in everybody's life. And hopefully you don't have to stay there. If you don't like that part of yourself, then change that part of yourself. You know what I'm saying, right? I firmly believe that anybody can turn things around in their life. Really, I've seen evidence of it with my own two eyes. I've gone through it myself, so don't give up hope. Hope you like the reading. Until next time, take care.